Who am I? I got a message that asked me that. My name is Michael McNamara. I'm nobody. I don't have an advanced degree. I'm not a mental health professional. But I've been a leader most of my life, starting when I was a kid, on sports teams and in student government. I took that and joined the Marine Corps. I've spent 3 years of my life in Iraq and Afghanistan. And relative to trauma, where my experience comes from, my trauma comes from my personal life as well as my professional life. It starts in my family. The family I grew up in was annihilated by my parents when they got divorced, and they never spoke again. And in 1993, we were out training in the desert of California, and a helicopter crashed. 4 Marines were in it. The pilot was decapitated. Another Marine was crushed to death, and there were 2 other Marines in the back, and we were trying to save them, and everybody died. 3 years after that, 2 of my nephews were murdered by their father when my sister said she wanted a divorce, and he then killed himself. And so, of all the things I've ever seen in my life, that's the worst. Nothing in Iraq or Afghanistan comes close to that. I came home from Afghanistan in 2011, got divorced, something I never thought would happen to me, and probably the greatest failure of my life. And then 3 years later, one of my 2 younger sisters freezes to death as a result of alcohol poisoning and cold weather. So I couldn't get away from this stuff, right? And so I come from the school of on-the-job training and the school of hard knocks. I lived this, right? Leading people who were going through these things. I myself was going through these things. And then the wisdom you'll gain from this by watching these reels, I've got it from people just like you, people who I interviewed on a podcast I started in 2016. I learned so much that I started speaking publicly in 2019, and then this year I published 2 books. One called From Trauma to Joy that's out now, and then another one that I'll publish soon, and it's a children's book. So what I can tell you is that this works. I know that. I've seen so many people change their lives from it. And I hope by watching these things, your life changes in the most beautiful way. So that's who I am. I'm Mac. 2 things you can do. 1, go rummage around my website, fromtraumatojoy.com. The book that's there, along with a lot of other things, is a blueprint. You can use it. And then I want you to like, share, and subscribe to this. Why? Because somebody you know is in a dark place. And this may be something that causes them to have a conversation with you that will change their life. And you need that, as do they. And so I want you to do that. And if you're a person of faith, this is the way, serving others.